Hello, how is everyone this evening? I hope all is well. I just am dropping in to chat with everybody and see whoever gets on, they can just get a dose of the greatness that I'm going to pour out. But anywho, I just was coming before you because I am really enjoying my journey of like falling in love with myself. Um, it sounds so crazy, like, yeah, you're falling in love with yourself. You have a husband. Why not your husband? But that's, like, of course, I am in love with my husband, but also I have to think about me, right? So, like, every day, I feel like I find something that I really enjoy and admire about myself. And I was just sitting on the couch watching a television show, and I just was like listening to the people talk, and I was just like, I enjoy this peace. My children are asleep because we done went school shopping today, and I'm basically exhausted. But anyway, I am enjoying just like the peace and quiet in my home. My husband, he's out like at a retirement ceremony, and I am just enjoying the peace that I have in my home and being with myself. And I know for a lot of folks, it's tough to just sit with yourself and say, I enjoy being by myself, or I am comfortable being by myself. It's hard for a lot of people. And what I want to say is, get used to saying, I'm going to be with myself, by myself, and learn to like start enjoying that and accepting that, and coming to a place where you look forward to that, because I have this peace that is so comforting. And I wish that for everyone. Like, just find that place where you're just like, you know what? This is like, I can't wait to be with myself. I want to be with myself, for myself, and in peace and comfortable. And find those little things that you see in your own life. Like for me, I drive in silence sometimes because I'm like, that's just my time to say, you know what, this is my time to be with me and just reflect on my day, what has happened, all the things that have come at me, and how I'm going to process that and process it, and enjoy being okay with, if something was uncomfortable or hard or tough or stressful. Like this week, I had a very stressful week. But I also found that I see how resilient I am and how resilient I have become. And I am impressed with myself to the point where I'm like, if it was someone else, that I would be like, you should be impressed with yourself. Like, love that about yourself. And that's one of the things I learned to like love about me, not just being like, oh, I'm pressing on, I'm being this strong woman, um, I I am a very strong woman, but I also am impressed with myself, and I am in awe with how I have become so resilient and how I've been able to overcome so many things, and then come out the other side and say, you know what? I'm impressed with how you've handled things. I didn't lose my cool. I didn't snap. Like, I didn't even get to go to the gym, but I am impressed with myself, and I love that about me. Like, I love that I was able to get through a tough week, one of the tougher weeks with work, just because I'm still new to my role, but just one of the tougher weeks I've had, because it's the end of the month and all the things have to be done. So that way, when management looks at things, they know everything is straight, not just for the numbers, because for me, I deal with people. And yes, I get the numbers are important, but for me, the people's lives and how they're impacted and how they are changed are important for me, because as I'm sitting before you saying, I am falling in love with myself every day. I want other people to find that same joy, happiness, comfort within themselves. And so, with that being said, every day I look forward to saying, what is it I'm going to find out about myself and love about me? Because this is not something I've been doing. This is something I started saying, I want to continue to grow me. And I want to tell other people, like how I've been able to do little by little. And this is, for me, I say it like this. This is not a place I'm starting, and then there's going to be a place that I end. For me, this is a place that I'm starting, and I'm going to continue for the rest of my life. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean like every single day I'm going to be religious about finding something, but I want to be very much more mindful of how I'm showing up, how I am feeling about me, even if it's tough. Like if I'm saying, I don't like how I responded, but recognizing I don't like that about how I responded, but accepting that I responded in a way that I acknowledge that I don't like, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is I am being aware of how I am being when I don't like being a certain way. Because everybody is a work in progress, and we have to give ourselves that grace. And the way I give myself grace is the way I would give another person grace. I would give a friend grace. And love yourself like you love your best friend. If that is your husband, your wife, your just a partner in life, best friend, a sister or a brother, or someone that means so much to you. Love yourself like you love them. Would you come at them crazy and harsh and unforgiving and judgmental? If so, then I guess you would come at yourself that way, right? But I would encourage you to see things in a different perspective. Say, I'm going to extend the grace and mercy towards myself that I would extend towards someone else, because we all deserve it. And when I say that, I mean that we all deserve it, because none of us are perfect. And if we sit in high places and look down to other people, look down at people as if they're in low places, if you're high, then where do you go from there? And who are you going to welcome to be up there with you if you feel you're that high and mighty? Now, I'm not saying you should have low self-esteem or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, meet someone and be with them at that level, and give yourself the same level of care and compassion that you would give another person. Someone that you genuinely care about and that you would not talk crazy to, you would not come at them wrong, nothing like that. So I just said all of this to say that I just reflected, for about 5 minutes about how I am just loving who I am and loving who I'm becoming. And each day I'm becoming a better version of myself. And not just for me, but for my husband and my children, and for the people that I work with, for the people that I serve, and colleagues, and et cetera, et cetera. And I ask that you all do the same thing, extend yourself the grace that you deserve, and look at yourself in the eyes of love and how you've become a better person today than you were yesterday. So even if you weren't your best self today, it's not over and done with. Tomorrow, if we get a tomorrow, if you get that day, take that day and use it to say, you know what, I wasn't my best self yesterday, but I have today, and I'm going to try to do that, try to be my best self. I'm going to try to walk through my day and be my best self. And if I've reached the end of that day, try to reflect on what was one thing that I loved about myself. One thing I can tell you really, really works. Gratitude. If you say to yourself each day 5 things that you're grateful for, you change the way your brain thinks about how you see and perceive the things in the world, and even yourself and other people. And try this for 21 days. 5 things you're grateful for every single day. And see how your mindset changes. And continue that after those 21 days. Because I promise you, you will see how you start seeing the world in a different perspective. Especially if you have a stronger negative notation on the world and how you perceive it, or yourself, or other people. I just challenge you to do the 5 things that you're grateful for 21 days, and assess yourself. Write something down in your journal, or tell a friend, hey, I'm going to start this 21-day challenge of 5 things I'm grateful for every single day. And you can just jot them down on a sticky note. I have sticky notes everywhere. I mean, I have a stack of sticky notes that I can just rip off one. Let me see. And write down 5 things I'm grateful for. And just do that for 21 days. You can just stick it in a book or a folder, something quick, or at work. Write 5 things. Or for me, what I usually do is 5 things I'm grateful for when I'm in the shower. Because I'm showering every day, if not twice a day. So I know that that's a place where I'm gonna go. And when I get in there, the water starts beaming on me, and it's warm and comfortable and relaxing. My brain has the time to not have to worry about people, places, things. Hopefully your children are not beating at the door, or your animals, or whatever, or your spouse. That's a place where you can say, I have this time to myself. Do those 5 things that you're grateful for, and watch how you slowly, when you go through your day, you'll be like, well, I got to work. I might have been 5 minutes late, but at least I made it here. Or my boss is barking down, like he just was in a bad mood. I can read him, but at least he wasn't coming for me. 5 things that you say, at least he wasn't coming for me. At least I made it to work. Might have been 5 minutes late, but I could have been later, but I at least made it to work. I didn't get a ticket on the way there if you were speeding or whatever. Like, luckily you didn't catch no ticket. 5 things you're grateful for. My children are healthy. I have good health. I still have my mind and mental health is intact. I was able to afford groceries. It could be the simplest of things. Like, I'm grateful I have gas in my car for the next week because I get paid Friday. Challenge yourself to do something like this. The gratitude, the 5 things you're grateful for. And this really changes the way the brain looks and perceives the world. And what else can I give you to kind of challenge you a little bit? I feel that works. And also journaling. And journaling is really good. It helps you process your day, process your feelings, your thoughts. Because a lot of times we always go about what we think, which is up here. And I always tell people, you're always working from above the neck. But you have to work you have to worry about the body. What about how you feel? And also, I would say write down a brag sheet, right? This is, probably a little bit out of the box, but a brag sheet, write once a week or 3 times a week, things you can brag about yourself on. I look good today. Like, my hair, I just retwisted it, and I feel like I did a good job. Because come Monday, and Monday will be here in less than 48 hours at this point. But I want to brag about how I just did a great job last night. It was about midnight when I started because I deep conditioned my hair. But I think I did a great job. And come Monday, I'm going to be thebomb.com. I'm going to be a bag of chips with the clip. So I say, write down the things you can brag about yourself about. I have done this and I've done it well. I am a great mom. I am the bomb social worker. I am the best version of myself than I've ever been. Just like I am a great friend. I show up for people when sometimes they can't show up for themselves, and I give them all the credit because at least they showed up. So I see it like this. Brag on yourself about the things you have done and have accomplished. And that's how you give yourself credit. And that's how you can also say, you know what? I'm grateful that I have come further today than I have been. And I've overcome X, Y, and or Z. So I just want to let you guys know how I feel like I am more in love with myself than I've ever been, and how at peace and how comfortable I am with myself. I can go and eat dinner or lunch or even see a movie, go shopping, any place, and do it on my own and feel okay and comfortable. Like, I don't feel awkward with myself. I don't feel uncomfortable. So I just encourage you to try to do at least one thing that you find comfort in to make you fall in love with yourself. Also encourage you to do the 5 gratitudes for 21 days and see how you've changed in your mindset, your perspective. Write down how you feel today and how you view the world and yourself and people, and then in 21 days. And if you feel like you haven't come as far as you thought you would have, try another 21 days. Because being consistent and staying with something, you will then start to see the effects of how far you've come and how you've changed your perspective. And sometimes you don't need to change your perspective, but increasing your perspective is just as great, because sometimes people are like, well, there's nothing wrong with me. And not that anything's wrong with you, but we can all be a better version of ourselves. And then also do a brag journal or a brag sheet. Find things that you can brag about yourself on. I know I still have trouble with bragging about myself, about the things that I have accomplished and the things that I have done and the things I'm going to do, because I don't say, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do them. I will do them. The things that I want to accomplish, those things will be accomplished. And I feel like I've accomplished a lot. And so with that being said, I just encourage you to do the same. And so if you would like to inbox me about a consultation for coaching or things like that, or if you need a referral for therapeutic services, I have people that I know, I have contacts, colleagues. I can definitely point you in the right direction if it is something that I am not able to do or is out of my realm of comfortability. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to offer you something and just BS you all the way through it. Like, if I can do it, I will do it. If I cannot, or I feel like someone else is a better fit for it, I will definitely give you the hookup. I will not try to just, take your money or make you vulnerable and leave you in a place of desperation, or where you're just vulnerable and you can't recover. That's just never something I'm into. But anywho, if you're looking for any services for coaching, I am definitely your girl. I am very skilled. I have a background. You can check for me. I have accomplished a lot of things. And with that being said, I will provide you the utmost excellent type of service. So if you're interested, I am your girl. So I hope that you guys have gotten a little something from watching this reels. I don't do them often, just being transparent. So being in front of the camera is new for me, but hey, there's a lot of things that have been new for me and I have risen to the occasion, and with time have gotten better, and with time will be better. So I say have a good evening. I look forward to getting on here again. And if there's any comments that you leave that you would like for me to do better, or give me props for doing, I welcome it all. So you all have a great night, and we will chat later.